Hi guys, welcome back again to my educational vlog. For today's video, I would like you to share something lesson that can gain us a knowledge for this topic. So let's get started. So we will talk about the chapter 2 lesson 5, which is the topic of Filipino traits and characteristics. So traits has two divided up, which is the positive and then negative. In this positive and negative, they have branches below. First one in the positive is faith in God. So we may have different religions in different sectors of our country, but what is consistent is that we all have one strong form of faith. So in other words, even though you are Catholic or Muslims, we have one the same God in above. So the second trait is the close family ties. We enjoy the feeling of having and knowing family members are around us, from cousins, aunties, uncles, and grandparents. Some families share their homes, celebrate holidays, and lend a hand to relatives when it is needed. So, Filipinos believe that families should be together and help each other out. So the third trait is welcoming to visitors. So when we have people visit our homes, we always welcome them with smiles, conversations, and food. So from my own understanding for these traits, that when you receive a guest or visitors to your home, it is a sign that blessings will come to you, especially from the person or families who has a kind heart from his own visitors. So the fourth positive trait is obedient and dutiful. In our culture, we always respect and follow what parents and adults advise us to do. Not talking back and trusting the adults around us has always been part of who we are. So from these traits, it is a sign of being independent one. Why? It is because even though your parents wouldn't command you, you eventually do without being told. And that is the one important things that we should adopt or apply to our oneself. So the fifth is respectful. From the mano to saying po and opo to our elders, these words that are a part of our language show how we respect people. And for this, when you apply this kind of traits, the people sees you will amaze you. So six is helpful. So it is expected that we help out in the house and offer help to siblings, friends, and relatives when we can. We have the Bayanihan spirit in us, and it is why in the times of calamities or disaster, Filipinos are mostly helpful to one another. So we all know that helpful is giving or ready to give help from others, and that certain traits is one important thing that we should adopt to our oneselves. The seventh trait is diligent and patient. Majority of our livelihood in the Philippines is based on agriculture. It takes a lot of backbreathing work to plant fields. Then it takes patience to care, water, and harvest it. So from this, it is one example of the diligent and patient. 8 is resourceful and creative. During the times when we don't have the means to accomplish something, we find ingenious ways of using what we have to solve our problems. Just like from the pictures behind, you can see that a man was facing his own challenges, and from these challenges, he has his creative thinking to accomplish for that certain situation, and that is the one example for these traits. So 9 is cheerful. So we've been through a lot of trials in our history. Filipinos have learned not to be depressed. Rather, we find a joke and try to have fun, even during times of difficulty. So for this, we should be happy always, even though we have a lot of problems and challenges in life. So just like me, when it comes to stress, because of the online classes, I'll mark myself to be happy as always. The last positive trait is the thrifty and prodigal. We don't like to waste anything since we don't have a lot. We are careful of what we have, knowing that it will serve us well for a long time. So in short, we must save and not to spend too much. So let's move on to the negative traits. This negative traits has 7 branches below. First one is the Nignas Kugon. So we start something eagerly but lose momentum and don't tend to finish or reach long-term goals. So from these traits, the one example that I will choose is you, like for example, you promise that person that you will love her at the end as long as much as you can, but that promise broke it because you cannot stand your words or action from that certain situation. Second is the mananya habit. Sometimes Filipinos would like to put off doing things until it is too late. Example are fixing what needs to be fixed or saving money for future expenditures. Third is crab mentality. Filipinos sometimes get jealous of other people's success, that they find a way to pull the other person down rather than striving to be better. So simply refers to a person's behavior of undermining anyone who succeeds or shows potential for success greater than their own. Fourth is colonial mentality. If something is made in America or of a foreign brand, we think it is of greater quality. So we buy foreign products more than we would buy locally made products. So from these negative traits, rather, it is very wrong because when we import always to the other country, our taxes in the Philippines will get low. So we better quit for these practices. Fifth is bahala na. When helpless, we tend not to act to solve our problems. We usually don't plan ahead or plan for contingencies. Instead of covering all our bases, we simply let the fates dictate that what will happen. Just like for example, when we have assignments or quizzes in school, these habits will apply us and say it to bahala na, that's enough because I'm so tired and lazy of all the time. So for this, we should maintain our lapses in life for us to be success soon or in the near future. Six is sore losers. Many times, Filipinos become very competitive and hate losing. At times, when we lose, we find a way to get even. So when we lose, just like for example in a game, we should accept the fact than to get angry or do bad things because you failed. And always remember, life has enough or finish in many challenges happened. So last is lack of disciplines. So pollution, traffic rules, and following the law are things Filipinos tend to ignore. We like to sell our wares in the streets, beat the red light, and throw our garbage in the wrong places. So for these traits, we should avoid bad sites and maintain good insights and practices. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to click the like and subscribe for more updates. Have a nice day everyone. Bye bye.